Great to be joined on Super Bowl weekend by the man who's leading off the Super Bowl of caring.
Yes, sir.
Down here on Hilton Head Island, of course, Marcus Tanner, the Executive Director, Second Helpings of the Low Country. All right, tell us about the Super Bowl of caring.
All right, so this is actually my favorite event that we have each year. So right now we've got 11 vendors that show up on Saturday, the day prior to Super Bowl. They basically, it's a lot of fun and fellowship, people coming together, serving food, breaking bread, really having community. And it's really for a good cause because every bit that goes into it allows us to turn that funding, turn that fellowship back into the community. One of the fun facts that we've had is for every $1 that we take in, that's 5 meals that we put back into the community.
Okay.
So last year at Super Bowl, it was we got over $4,000. And that's why some people say, hey, I got to give big to make a big impact. You don't. It's really very simple.
That's 20,000 meals?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
From one day that goes back into the community. Absolutely.
All right. Coligny Plaza, Saturday
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
Yep.
And that's just a whole lot of fun.
Absolutely.
You guys have rescued so much food. You keep track of it, and, which I think is very important because it really does tell us how much of an impact Second Helpings and everybody who supports it is having. How many pounds of food?
So at the end of last year, first of this year, we hit our 50 millionth pound.
Wow.
50 million pounds of food, and that's a lot of food. It really is.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is every day our volunteers show up. They drive their trucks one day at a time. 52 weeks out of the year, we are working, and our volunteers are putting in the effort. It's really making a huge difference.
Folks see those trucks out.
Yes, sir.
I don't think they realize the drivers are volunteers.
Yes, sir. So we have 4 paid staff, 2 full-time, 2 part-time. We have over 460 volunteers who actively drive our trucks in Beaufort, in Hilton Head, and in Bluffton, and they go all over all 3 counties.
And the impact of one volunteer is enormous.
Yeah, so one truck on average puts in between 12 to 1,500 meals back into the community. Yeah.
Not just pounds of food, meals.
So that's, for every day that you go out and volunteer, that's about 1,200 to 1,500 meals that each one of our volunteers is putting back into the community. Talk about making a big impact.
Oh, yeah. A hard part of making it all work and putting the meals together is produce because it's perishable.
Yes, sir.
You guys have to buy some produce.
Yes, sir.
And that's where folks making donations can help.
Yes, sir. So we're able to really make a big impact, not only with what we rescue, because we do get produce, we do get proteins and meats and everything, but the healthy aspect of the meals is the fresh produce, the fruits, the vegetables. It plays a huge impact in people's lives. So what we notice is there's been a slight decline in the amount of produce that we get. But what we have done is based on our amazing donations, our amazing grantors, people that give us money to, in turn, put that back into the community in the form of produce. We get at a really good price. I think it was almost 200,000 pounds of produce that we put in last year that was given to us by the community to go back into the community.
All right, website for donations.
Yes, sir, www.secondhelpingslc.org.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. Give us a call, reach out to us, shoot us an email, and we'll be happy to bring everybody in.
We think you're working out of one central place.
Yes.
You actually have pantries now
Yes, sir.
that are helping folks that are kind of spaced out through the Low Country. Tell us.
Yes, sir. So what we really were able to do is we've got 2 new pantries that are here on the island.
Okay.
Providence Presbyterian is on the south end, and then our most recent one, which was Christ Lutheran, which they just started in January.
Okay.
And so their focus is on Chimney Cove area as well as Mid-Island. So and what we do is we really network very well with our pantries.
Sure.
We find out how many people they're serving, what their needs are, how much food they can take, on what days can they take it, and then we put all that together and it spits out an actual algorithm that tells us on this day, this is how much food we should take in, this is where it should go to each pantry based on how much they can take. So every pound of food is accounted for.
I was going to say, you don't want to waste any of it.
Absolutely. So it prevents waste because it allows us to put every pound back into the community where it needs to go.
You guys ought to be running a government. Marcus Tanner, Executive Director. I don't think you want any part of that.
No, I'm good.
Executive Director of Second Helpings. Marcus, thanks so much for the time.
Much. Yeah.
Good luck. Your team's not in the Super Bowl this year, but maybe
next year.
All right, thanks so much. We want to thank all of you for joining us on the WHHI Daily News. If you missed anything at all, you want to hear a little more about from Marcus and about Marcus, join us in 90 minutes.